Is it north and east, or is it north and west, or is it something different?
It's northeast 1256.
Okay.
And let me relink Brute Justice as well.
And then is the stuff before Protean 1 basically the same thing that we do, or?
Yeah, it'll be basically the same thing. You'll take
Okay.
Living Hand. I'll start with Living Liquid. Then you just do the Provoke, Invul, Arm's Length, all the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Brute Justice we've kind of started. Basically the idea is try and keep them in the center as much as possible. I don't remember what your strat is, so this may be
We're doing basically moof.
Yeah, this might be a little different then, but
The only things that we've changed from the default move strat, I think, are we're doing the double provoke, or we're doing the provoke thing to swap the bosses that you suggested that one time you subbed with us.
Yeah.
What we're also doing is like we're provoking at the very start of that phase to secure aggro on the thing, because provoke will actually be up by the time that you want to use it the second time. So we just found that to be a little bit more reliable.
It's good consistency.
Was that the stream you linked me? Oh, was it like 2 weeks back? Is that when you subbed, Aaron?
No.
Ah, okay.
This was, I want to say, before this group was even formed.
Ah.
And then timing for Protean too, it's just like once I see the AoE circle under me, I can gap close back in or something like that, right?
Yep. If you're comfortable not using sprint for limit cut, you can actually preemptively use it there.
Okay.
You'll be, like if we imagine 2 is a tornado, you'll be kind of like leaning like right over here doing your AoEs. You'll finish Demon Slaughter, you can run sprint right back and then just gap close right in as soon as you see the AoE. It's
okay.
In my experience, it's been 100% consistent.
Might take me a few tries, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. And then what time do you guys normally kill Liquid?
We kill... so we see the Hand of Party and Hand of Prayer. So we separate Hand and Liquid preemptively, and then we kill typically right around there.
Okay.
Aww, that makes me sad.
Also, are you using Flood after hand spawns?
No, not immediately.
Okay, because if you are, you might want to turn off Tank Sense first.
Oh fuck,
oh.
I ran the wrong way, that's my fault. No, that one was on me.
Okay. I don't blame you. You have muscle memory starting to build up already.
I was just thinking to myself, alright, I'm going to be feeling basically the same role as our warrior, so let me drag Living Liquid and wait a minute. was also my fault.
Which mitigation, or which raid mitigation are you using where?
Just wipe that really quick. So it's a little bit different because we're gonna have Dark Missionary and Heart of Light. So typically speaking, we've had Heart of Light going off during splashes and Cascade.
Okay, that's where I put it that time.
Yeah, I can just use it for Protean one then.
And Aaron, sorry for the dumb question, but am I XCogging and doing like my Aether Pact on Eno instead of you, or am I still doing the same thing on you that I usually do
Do it
for
on
healing?
Eno.
Okay. Because I was like, he's super low. All right.
That time was entirely my fault. I wasted MP on not Blackest Night.
Well, I also didn't do XCog on him or anything, so.
I mean, I'm going to be taking significantly less damage than normal because I'm taking Living Liquid.
Okay.
But Eno will be taking basically the same amount of damage.
Okay.
And the difference between me and Mel is I'm Dark Knight, which means I have Blackest Night, which is nice. And Mel has Sustain, but yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I am Pretend Mel in this case.
All right. That actually clears up a lot. Thank you.
Oh my god, I'm actually an idiot. In. Good damage split. Wait, no, I have to. And split.
Oh wait, I take it this side.
Almost at it.
Oh wait.
Yeah, you can just take him into either corner. It really doesn't matter. I think you can do 2 GCDs, then just kind of back him into the little corner a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my bad, Seer. I used my recitation and accidentally threw it on Eno instead of doing my Indom, then XCog on him. Because I just wasted my recitation.
Also, just curious, are you guys using Benediction for anything?
Right. It's used to get you from 1 to full.
I don't think I've been getting a Benediction.
No, you haven't. Right as you super.
Because usually what's happened after I've supered is I've had to pop Aurora because I haven't been getting that much healing, but I'm not sure if you guys were using it for something else or if that's... I don't know. I see.
So, Seer, is doing what we do with. Oh fuck. Whatever.
Yeah, that confused me too with the first two pulls. I was like, okay, Aaron's doing what Mel does, and Ito's doing what Aaron does.
And oh, I'm lagging real bad.
And I was too far out. Thought I ran fast enough.
So this healing, I noticed that usually we pull a hand up to relative north and then living liquid down to the corner, right? But this time it seems like you guys have switched ads. So in which case that means for that part there, is Mel again, and then
Yes,
Aaron's there.
that would be the only time it swaps. Yeah.
And then when do you guys switch back?
Right after that.
Okay.
That's the only thing. So the reason we do it that way is because of the interaction of how Living Dead works compared to Home Gang. Like Home Gang, and specifically with like Warriors. Like you can, yeah, Living Dead just really sucks for doing that. So.
Okay. Let's try this.
Also stance.
Just double checking what mitigation you're using in which places to see if I should adjust what I'm doing for your group a little bit more.
God, I'm a fucking idiot.
Is camo the only thing that you use for that fluid swing after you bring them back center?
I use Heart of Stone as well.
Okay.
Actually, I've recently swapped that.
I will hold off using Rampart then, I guess.
Oh, it's too healthy. Yeah, I've actually swapped it around recently, so I use Rampart right as we're moving the bosses back to the center.
Okay, that's what I normally do. I usually just double stack Rampart and camo right there.
Yeah, I actually just use Rampart and Heart of Stone. I save camo for Protean 2, and then camo and Nebula for drainage.
What and Nebula for drainage? Rampart and Nebula?
No, camo and Nebula.
Camo and Nebula? But then that's not up. Oh, I guess it kind of is up for Protean 2.
Yeah, it is. Actually, no, I use Heart of Stone for Protean 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't think camo lasts that long, but...
No, camo and Rampart both last long enough from Protean 1 to drainage. And then Nebula lasts for
Oh.
splashes, drainage, cascade, and a couple auto attacks. I
Right.
put Aurora right as Cascade's about to go off.
Okay. Because
then-
normally what I do is I'll put Aurora on right before taking the first fluid swing,
Yeah, I've done.
but I don't know exactly like how your healing plan is different than what we were doing. I just found that in my group I always take a lot more damage in Protean 1 than any other part of the fight for some reason. So I just stack a lot of mitigation there.
In my experience, Living Hand typically wants Protean 1 was a bit of a rough spot, but ultimately it kind of boiled down to not Protean 2 was kind of rough, and then making sure I was healed enough for drainage going into Protean 2 was also a concern.
And at that point, I'm throwing you with an XCOG, Aether Pact, and an emergency Lustrate if you for seriously need it. So the healing in that part should be okay for you, but if not, I don't mind throwing anything extra for you.
I think an XCOG is fine.
Okay.
Because usually that's what our scholar does. He'll just give me an XCOG right as Protean 2 is going off, and then that's usually fine. Because I don't take that much damage in Protean 2. I think it's only like, I only need maybe 7k HP to live through Protean 2.
Yeah, for
Or
right
not
after
Protean 2, for
Protean 1.
splashes and cascades, sorry.
Oh no, you're okay. Yeah, so we should be okay there. We'll see. If not, I'll adjust for.
All right, let's just get back into it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, close enough. Whatever. I don't care anymore. Back over here, Living Liquid, you piece of shit. That's a wipe.
How did you die?
I just died to raw damage.
Huh.
So the big thing for this pre-pull is I'm not Mel. I don't have the ability to sustain myself after.
Okay.
So doing a pre-pull regen and Divine Benison doesn't do anything for me. I need HP after the Fluid Strike because I can't heal myself back up the way Mel can.
Okay.
That's really the main.
Probably give you my Aurora. I don't think I super need it.
That's pretty much the only thing that's going to be really different for healing.
Okay.
Is I can pre-mitigate. I can't like post-heal. So, like we have Mel kind of just raw tank the first Fluid Strike, and then he just sustains himself back up with Nascent Flash and all that. I can't do that because I have to, or if I TB on first autos, then I'm just wasting regen ticks at that point.
So I think. What kind of healing would you like? Would you like an Adlo, or do you think like a couple physics would help?
Yeah, just Tetra really should be all I need there. At that point,
Okay.
That'll make it super. Anything that's just like an off heal that just gets me more raw HP, and then I'm perfectly fine afterwards because I'll have TBN proccing every 15 seconds.
Right, that's perfect.
And you only take like, I don't know, 5 autos or something after that point, probably.
Pretty much, yeah, because Living Liquid just doesn't auto attack.
All right. It's a really busy time for me right after Cascade. So.
Oh my fucking! I'm a dumbass. Well, we're doing it live then.
Yep.
I guess you won't die this time.
No, it's gonna run out is the problem.
You'll mitigate autos.
Think about it like this: it'll come back sooner.
just like that. In.
It's always
Nope.
a little high.
Yeah. Yeah, that overall was much better, even though I was a fucking idiot. There we go. Good damage split. Oh, fuck, that's my bad. I was out of position.
It's all good. I was like a little bit more to the right would have been fine.
Yeah, right. Like maybe 2 GCs after that is when we kill.
Okay.
Sometimes we typically don't see the actual hand of party and hand of prayer. We just see open closed fist, but better safe than sorry. So I think I'm just gonna start saving TBN for the actual slap itself. Eight, 7, 6, 5.
a little healthy.
Yeah, that should be good now. A little bit more on hand. Alright. 1, 2, 5, 6 east. 1, 2, 5, 6 east.
I'm on the wrong side, I guess.
Oh yeah, we do between 1 and A.
I see.
This is fine. 2, 3.
I'm ahead. Yeah, I need to be ahead.
And then should I grab Brute or Cruise?
Grab Brute. And out. Oh, I just died out. Raw damage. And everyone in.
Oh, wait a second. I just followed the Gunbreaker. That was my bad.
No, that's what you do. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so to start off, Brute Justice Cruise Chaser. You'll have Brute Justice from the start, actually.
Okay.
And I'll take Cruise Chaser.
And then do I follow the Gunbreaker or the Warrior?
You'll follow the
On the-
Gunbreaker. You'll follow
okay.
Gunbreaker 100%.
So go northeast and then go out in. Are we switching sides or just provoking the other boss?
We're not switching sides. We're just kind of maneuvering them back to the center.
Okay. So am I just taking Brute? So I was taking Brute, right?
Yeah, you're taking Brute. You're just gonna move him over
And then do I have Brute the whole time or?
100% the whole time.
Okay.
If that doesn't work well, then we can just do. I'll take Brute for the very start. You take Cruise Chaser, and then we'll do the provoke. Stance.
Oh.
It's all good. We're breaking muscle memory because I'm not good on Warrior. I'm not good on Dark Knight either, but I'm worse on Warrior.
You're fine.
In. Good damage.
Were they a little bit too close there? I guess they were a little bit too close.
No, that was
Or
open.
what? Oh, I pulled it out too soon. Okay.
Gumi, you ready? Alright, let's get to it.
Does shooting a accidental crit low on you mess up your TBN, Aaron? Or okay,
You need to understand, this dude's auto attacks hurt like a motherfucker, okay?
okay, just double check.
He punches me twice and it breaks no matter what.
All right. I'll make sure to do that next time. I mean, it helps, but like, we obviously don't need it. The comfier, the better.
In. on liquid. Actually, everything on liquid now. Nice work, everyone. 1, 2, 5, 6 between 1 and 2. Or 1 and B. A, whatever. God damn it. Words are hard. One, 2. 4. Center explosion. That's unfortunate.
Oh. Oh shit! I used my swift sucker. I'll get him up.
Kasumi, how could you? I died because I got clipped. And then Miyu just died to raw damage after that. So specifically there, the final dash from Cruise Chaser didn't go straight back, it went kind of off center and it cleaved me.
It went right through this, yeah, almost right through the center.
And that might be healthy. Oh, we're good.
What the heck? My bow shock didn't go off.
Everything on liquid. feel like our damage is a little bit different than usual.
It seems lower.
Hand is substantially lower than usual.
Lower or higher?
Hand is lower, liquid is higher.
I can dump my last Gnashing Fang on liquid if you want.
Yeah, I think right as we go into Protean 2, we just need to transition everything into liquid, at least right now. Because like there's a 3% difference with hand being lower right now.
Yeah, I can dump my last Gnashing Fang on liquid.
Yeah, that should compensate for a lot of it, I think.
Nice.
In. Oh, no, we need more on hand now. Everything on liquid? One, 2, 5, 6 east.
Oops.
4.
Nope.
Center explosion.
Okay. I died, but my bad.
1, 2, 3. Damn it. Center explosion. Fuck. In. Everything on liquid. No! My blood spiller.
Oh, you
Five, six,
scared the
east.
shit out of me, dude.
Center explosion. 1, 2, 3,
Oh.
4.
Unforgiving, you
Center
might.
explosion.
We're a little too far back. So just gotta click that explosion.
We're doing LB just for Prog. Yeah, J-Cake straight into Whirlwind does need to be healed pretty substantially. Also, I just didn't use my mitigation there, which is my fault. Food check, everyone. In. Everything on liquid, everything on liquid. Wow, that still wasn't far enough?
Is that
Damn.
not far enough?
Yeah, it wasn't apparently.
Huh.
I guess I could have pulled him a little further away.
Yeah, I could have pulled it further away too. I thought that would have been far enough. I guess not.
Yeah, that one's pretty finicky, honestly.
I mean, it looked good to me. One of you guys were in Narnia, the other one was in Hogwarts. But I guess not.
Not far enough.
I can't believe that wasn't far enough.
Yeah, seriously. Do you guys have to like be on the outer circles of the arena?
No.
No, it's
No.
not. It's not nearly that far. which is why
Like,
it's so
what we
confusing.
used to do when we were seeing that mechanic was I would just take hand to the very edge of the arena and we would leave liquid in the center of the arena, and that was fine.
Huh.
So, like, it feels like that was further, but it wasn't fine.
Oh well.
It's just the boss is being temperamental. In. Everything in liquid. Everything in liquid.
Oh, I baited that too close. Sorry.
No. What?
Goad. Oh, I do not miss the days of Goad, I'm gonna be honest.
I remember when Warriors thing was like 4 overpowers and they were out of TP, something like that.
It could be worse. You could be Samurai 3 and you're out of TP.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's depressing.
And they were faster GCD too, so you really fucking felt that.
Or you could just use sprint once and be out of TP.
Spoil. In. Whoops. Fuck, I used to cooldown. I'm gonna die. Huh? I flat out used the wrong cooldown. Just wipe it. And give me a second here. Let's make sure that doesn't happen again. Low be gone. There we go. target, please. In. Everything on liquid. I'm not gonna have a number.
I'm so confused as to which
No,
direction this was. Was I right or was I wrong?
No, you were right. I think.
Okay.
It didn't matter though, we were gonna wipe anyway.
Were you just too low there, Aaron? If so, I could throw a Lustrate on you because I do have an extra Aether Flow stack. I use it for energy drain, but it's the end of Living Liquid, so I don't care if I just use it for Lustrate.
Yeah, right there I just needed one more auto attack of HP.
Okay.
Because he was at like 0.1% and then he got his auto attack off and immediately died.
Alright, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I'll just throw the Lustrate on you then.
Everything on liquid. One, two, 5, 6 east, 1, 2, 5, 6 east. Well, north, in this case. 4, next explosion is in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, next one's in the center. In. Alright, good shit, everyone. In, out. In. Pass. Oh. I fucked up there, that's my fault.
I do know I need to summon Seraph earlier, just so I can get used to actually when we do Prog.
Yeah, that
More.
was my fault, Miyu. Yeah, I think for that it'll just be easier. Yeah, I think it'll be easier just to do a... Yeah, no worries. Honestly, the entirety of mitigation in Brute Justice Cruise Chaser is to be determined kind of thing. That's the best that I can think of it to be for
Sounds
right
about right.
now, but as we go through, if we need to make changes, I'm more than receptive to hearing them.
Also, the Swift cast of Sucker, not Sucker, wait, yeah, Sucker, seemed to keep everybody healthy for the transition, so that was nice. Because everybody was pretty healthy going into whatever
No.
was after.
Gumi, you'll be doing the exact same thing as normal, except that this time, instead of passing to Mel, you'll pass to me. Because I'm pretending to be Mel. Yes. Food check, everyone.
15 minutes. Hey. God, that would suck if this is a clear run and I ran out of food in the middle of the fight. Oh, that'd be unfortunate.
In. Ooh, Liquid is very not on center. I'll compensate.
Oh.
Yeah, like I said, very not center,
Hey, fuck.
but it's okay.
No. Oh. My character was doing the animation for raise and then what?
I'll be right back really quickly. Just gonna grab some water. Alright, let's get to it. And
Oh, I was overkilled by like a couple thousand damage.
I'm Walking Dead. Goodbye, everyone. Yikes.
When we run back, I usually don't, but I can always just sucker after the baiting of Protean 1. I'll say, yeah, no, I can do that. Just so everybody has a little extra hope. Even more so if I use emergency tactics, even without the shield. Would probably be comfy for both you and Aaron.
I mean, that time I probably could have just thrown, Blackest Night. I would have lived more than comfortably without it myself. I just need to pay more attention. Everything in liquid. Oh, the too fast dash back.
I'm just gonna wall.
In. Do a damage split. Everything in liquid. One, 2, 5, 6 east. Good split. 3, 4, center explosion next. 1, 2, 3.
Wait, I'm ahead of you. Right.
Yep. Center. Everyone to the center now. What? In. Oh, God.
Oh,
No.
so I do take cruise there then.
Here.
Wait. So wait, which? What are we doing there exactly?
Yes. Hold on.
Sorry, I didn't have Swift cast up, Seer.
so
I couldn't get.
I'm still trying to decide what works better, ultimately. I think doing the provoke, then provoke again to come back in. So I'll start with Brute, you start with Cruise,
Okay.
and then we'll do the provoke afterwards.
Okay.
So that way I'll have Cruise for Spin Crusher and for the rest of the fight.
Okay.
I think that
So-
just works better for positioning purposes.
So I apologize for running slow. If I was the one who killed you guys, running up. For some reason, I thought I was a red number, so I was like, I'm gonna stay behind Aaron. But if that slash hit anybody, my apologies.
No, it didn't. They died for other reasons. That I saw anyway.
I think a slash killed Gumi. I fucking entered into the explosion. But
It might, yeah, Gumi might have died to the slash, but
Perfect time to eat food.
do a quick ready check. Everything on liquid. One, two, five, six east. We're missing a 5 up here.
There's the 5.
No worries. Somebody did. It was whoever was 5. I didn't see who it was.
And 3 is like the comfiest number. You run, you stop because there's a middle explosion, so you have extra time to get to your spot, and you're just like, I'm gonna take a nap while I use swift sure casts and
1256 east, 1256 east. Consuming wrong side. Gumi, you were on the right side. Friend, you're too far forward.
Yes, I am. Right after I said 3 was comfy too. So was that just raw damage that killed you, Aaron, or?
I might have gotten clipped somehow.
Okay.
Because I didn't have a water debuff, and then I took 330,000 damage from a Protean wave, so...
Ah.
In. Everything in liquid. Oh, I see what's going on there.
So what?
I'm getting clipped right there. I need to go further to the... I need to go further west in that case. In. Been a minute since we've seen that one. Everything in liquid?
I died.
Oh.
Was it just raw damage that killed you?
Yeah, I think so.
In. One, two, five, six east. Good split. 4, center explosion next. Well, that's not good.
That's a little rude of Cruise Chaser. I was already going to the edge. He's like, I'm just going to give you an extra push.
In. 1, 2, 5, 6 east. Center explosion. Next. 1, 2, 3, 4, and center explosion. Out. In. Perfect. Everyone back to the north. Tank south.
Where do I put ice? I don't think I put that in a great spot.
So you can drop the ice off when you take the mine,
Oh, okay.
and that'll be perfect timing.
Everything looks so different from what I see in the little spreadsheet, but that was so cool. We saw more.
No, Miu, you will always go to there, no matter what. That's what I was saying about adjusting.
Let me look at before you pull. Give me a hot minute. Well, not a minute. Just see where I go.
So
after.
that's the situation where if both enumerations are on the same side, Gumi and Kasumi have to change.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
That's clever with the ice and mines. I kind of like that.
I think it's really convenient. You don't have to worry about like dropping ice, then running to mine, and then like keeping them all center and all that. It's just they're there.
Yeah.
You take mine, drop ice, and you just go right back to east and west.
Because for me, it's like I take ice north, and then I have to take mine afterwards, and I usually clip my GCD there because too much running around and Brute doesn't want to follow.
Yeah, Brute's kind of an asshole there because he's too busy casting Missile Command like a fucking dipshit.
He also just moves really slowly.
I mean, it could be worse. He could be a living liquid.
That's true.
At least he
But-
moves with a small sense of purpose.
But like if I'm backpedaling, I can't even get my OGCDs off.
Oh yeah.
By the way, I don't think I said it yet, but thanks for subbing for us.
No problem.
I really appreciate us being able to get the Prog in.
In. 1256 east, 1256 east. North. Good split. 4. Next explosion is in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, and center explosion.
Oh. I was too far. I was too slow. My apologies. I should have just kept running forward before I placed anything.
Oh my god. Please target. Oh, okay, there we go.
Oh fuck. I didn't get my mitigation out in time. I'm bad. Oh. Oh. We need to back out.
Huh?
My gear broke.
Oh. That would be a problem.
Just repair it in the instance, forehead.
Yeah, let me go level my crafters in this instance really quick. 5 head.
Look, all they need to do is have request repair, and all problems would be solved.
Yeah, but then there wouldn't be a point for the repair NPCs anymore either.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, people would charge. I wouldn't charge because we're part of a static, but like, come on. You make
Yeah,
money.
yeah, I'm gonna charge you 1,435 gil to repair your gear, just like the fucking NPC vendor would.
Dude, you could make like bank, but after like a lot of time. I'm just saying, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could actually just make bank instead by, you know, doing literally anything else at that point.
True.
Also, this is a good point for us to take just a short break anyway.
There.
Seeing as how we've actually... Yeah, people would actually request dark matter. So we'll just take a quick 5-10 minute break. Just grab some water, stretch out, grab a quick bite if you need it. If you haven't already, make sure you're familiar with what to do during enumeration. And look a bit past that as well, because we have officially seen it now, and we're probably going to start seeing it a bit more consistently as well. Especially since we're doing limit cut a lot cleaner of recently. But for right now, take a quick 5-minute break. I'll do a quick ready check at the half hour, just to see if everyone's here. If not, we'll just give it another 5 minutes after that.
Sounds good.
check, everyone. For Brute Justice Cruise Chaser, I assume. Yes. Yes, in the situation where you see the circle around you, and you see Miyu having the debuff running towards you, then you would swap with Kasumi. Alternatively, if you see Kasumi with one, and Unforgiven has one also, then you have to swap. Because you can't have two on the same side. Like, I would describe it the exact same way I've described everything else. You have time, but you can't wait. I would say you have time to recognize that you need to adjust, and you have time to adjust. But you don't have much more than, oh, I see, like, I'm gonna wait 2 GCDs. I need to adjust because now all of a sudden there's 2 AoE stacked on top of me. Let me finish this GCD. Oh, and we're dead. Don't be like that. I would say the GCD that it spawns, look to see if you need to move. If you do, then adjust that GCD. Besides that, let's just get back into it. In. Good damage split. Very nice. 1256 east. 1256 east. Good split. 3, 4. Center explosion next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Center explosion next.
Damn, I just moved too slow.
I hit the wrong one. Shit. Should be okay. Out. my fault, Seer. I provoked late, and Cruz didn't adjust in time. Yeah, that's why I tried to call out the center explosion. Remember that it happens every 5th explosion. So
If you want provoke timing, you can do it, I think, after the second GCD after you run back center. So you can
Yeah.
run back center, then do 2 GCDs, and then provoke should be up by then.
yeah, for my issue was like I tabbed over, hit provoke, and it didn't go off. So I tabbed over again, hit provoke, and it didn't go off again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just flat out didn't have enough time to adjust after that.
Yeah, I have keys bound to move up and down party or enemy list now, just so I can provoke the right thing without like having to deal with tab targeting.
Yeah, I think tab targeting is probably the worst in this fight specifically.
Yeah. Enemy list is still a little jank because chakrams are also enemies, and jagged
Wait,
dolls
seriously?
are also enemies. Yeah.
That's how you see their cast bar.
Oh. Oh, that's gonna be a pain in the ass to adjust on a controller. Shit.
But I figured it was more consistent than trying to deal with tab targeting, where if you don't see Brute Justice's head, you can't target him.
In. Good damage split. Very nice. 1, 2, 5, 6 east. 1, 2, 5, 6 east. Good split. Oh, just a little bit too fast there, Gumi.
Oh. Oh wait. Yeah.
second feed. Oh fuck. There we go. In. Very nice. 1256 east, 1256 east. 1, 2, 3, 4. Center explosion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Center explosion. Everyone out. Back in.
The dot. Yeah, I'll get
Yep.
you know. I should have summoned Seraph way earlier. Still get used to that. I apologize. I need to summon her during the split.
damage split still. Everything on liquid. Very nice. 1256 east, 1256 east. 1, 2, 3, 4. Center explosion next.
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
I guess that was the wrong number. I thought it was 7.
I don't know who was talking, but 5. Whoever was 5 was running a little bit too quickly and then got clipped by the next Hawk Blaster.
Ah.
That would explain it. That's probably what happened then. I'm gonna charge you 10 gil for my repair fee.
Yeah, but it's like 10 gil across 12 items. Yeah. Aaron, your TBN gives me false hope. I'm like, yeah, I crit again, but no, it's just your gigantic ass shield.
I make no apology.
I just want to feel useful, okay?
And a little bit more on hand. Actually, we should be good. I lied. Everything on liquid.
I accidentally demon sliced instead of rough dividing, and that almost screwed me over.
So, thank you for covering me there, Aaron, because if you probably noticed, I accidentally XCOG'd you.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That's why.
Thank you. What?
Kasumi? Oh.
What?
Kasumi, you auto run.
Wait, is he still auto running? Oh no, we're good. Kasumi? Oh.
Alright, this time without memes. In. Good damage split. Everything in liquid. One, two, five, six east. Good split. 3, 4. Next explosion is in the center.
I died.
1, 2, 3, 4. Next explosion's in the center. Everyone in. Everyone out. In. Watch out, Gumi. No, that wasn't you. damage everything on liquid. Oh, my last cleave. 1, 2, 5, 6 east. 1, 2, 5, 6 east. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Gumi, if you get number 1, you want to pause right after the third. You want to pause right as the third explosion is going off. So you'll see 1, 2, 3, and you'll run up to where the third explosion is, and you'll just stay there. You won't keep running past. You want to try and stay still, so that way when it's your time to get slashed, because that way you're not like moving up. You're not baiting the people behind you to continue moving up, and then all of a sudden Crucius is up here, and then they get cleaved, and yeah.
It's sort of between the second and the third explosion.
Yeah. So you want to just count the explosions leading up to. I want to say in time with the third explosion for
it's
the
like
first.
pretty much right around when the third explosion is going off. You can be pretty far back as 2. Like, you have a lot of room to play safe as 2. 5 and 6 is probably the tightest one. But with 2, you can afford to be pretty far back if you need to. So if you just notice that the person like that's 1 is kind of slow, you don't need to go that far forwards.
In. Friend.
Oh, wait a second. Hold up. Why am I fucking... I'm grieving. I just grieved. Hold. I fucking spaced out for a second.
Food up.
You started using Flood there, didn't you?
No.
No?
Oh. That seems like a decrit on Gurren right there. Oh no. Yeah, what I did was I accidentally hit tab and I targeted Living Hand with my not Fell Cleave.
I see. Yeah, our Dark Knight started using Flood there, and every single time without fail, when he would get his third Flood off, it would rip aggro off of me. So now turning off Tank Stance is part of his rotation.
Yeah, I hold the it's like it's a small loss of DPS, but it's better for aggro purposes to just not use the third Flood there.
Or you could just turn off Tank Stance.
I could, but like that requires like using my brain.
It's okay, I only have to like shirk liquid back to him once every, I don't know, 10 pulls.
Punch me, liquid. God damn it. One, two, 5, 6 east. 1, 2, 5, 6 east. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one's in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Final one is in the center. Very nice. Fix my position here just a little bit. Out.
Oh,
In.
who was supposed to pass with Finn? Well, never mind.
Yeah, might have been my bad, honestly.
I don't know how I ended up with this meeting, but
I ran into Kasumi.
and that's why there's 3 green ECs.
No, that was. Yeah, but I also ran into Kasumi, so I screwed everybody up. So even if you might have forgotten lightning, I passed Nisi
Yeah.
to Kasumi.
You don't need to succeed with the Nisi passes until Gavel, though. You can still do
Yeah.
the rest of the things even if you get the Nisi wrong early. Just
Yeah, it's
make sure that you don't like clip other people with extra Nisis if you see that Nisi's already failed.
yeah. Honestly, like for the sake of Prog, I've seen a lot of groups just intentionally ignore Nisi for until they actually get to Gavel.
Yeah.
So
What we did was we would always just try to do Nisi correctly, and if it failed, we would just say, okay, screw it. Nisi failed already, just stop passing Nisi.
Yeah, that's a really good strat to take. Just pretend you still have it. Take the effort to move correctly if you can. But if you recognize the Nisi is wrong, just roll with it. Nisi's dead at that point, so just continue to do the movements. Besides that, let's just get back into it. It's good that we're actually seeing BJCC and making good prog with it. We just need to consistently improve from there. In. More on hand, more on hand. All on liquid now. One, two, 5, 6 east. 1, 2, 5, 6 east. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one's in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one is in the center. Everyone out. In the center.
Photon. I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Proton.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of tricky because if you shield too early, then what's going to happen to the tanks is the autos are going to eat the shield.
Yeah.
My personal recommendation is throw it out right as you're coming back in from chakrams. You have a little bit of time before photon goes out.
Okay.
Right as you get back to like this little center area, immediately begin casting your shield. It's
Okay.
it's unfortunate because we don't have Mel as a warrior. As he comes in, he's throwing out Shake It Off there as well, which is making that easier. But I'm Dark Knight instead of Warrior, which means that it's all on you.
It's fine. I just honestly, it's just a timing thing. You know, once I get the timing down, it should be fine. Because Seraph should be prepped, and I can start casting, like you said, start casting a sucker, and it should be good.
In.
Yep.
What happened?
Was that just damage?
Was that Hand of Pain?
No, Hand of Pain would have killed us all.
Yeah,
No.
I think
No, it doesn't kill the tanks. But...
I missed time. I guess my lucid dreaming didn't weave off, so I literally had no mana to heal. Because I usually throw in a sucker there, so everybody's decently topped off. But I had like no mana for me to do anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
If it was Hand of Pain and the tanks were alive, it would have been only the tanks alive, not the tanks,
Yeah.
2 DPS and a healer. So.
Yeah, the difference is only like 2 or 3% at most.
So now I'm not sure what happened there.
We were like super duper low.
Okay.
Like we
I
all
don't
lived.
think I did anything different on my end.
I didn't do anything different on mine either. Oh yeah, that'll do it.
What? Oh,
Yeah, Seer's rotation was just off that run. So let's get back to it then. What the fuck am I doing? In. Fucking idiot. A little bit more on hand. Very nice. 1, 2, 5, 6 east. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one's in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one is in the center.
ooh.
Someone's gonna die here. Alright, let's just take a quick minute to stretch out a little bit.
When would you like to be back by?
Not even more than a minute. Just like stand up, get out of your chair, stretch out a little bit.
Okay.
I think we just need to refocus a little bit. Having some like dumb mistakes, run after run at this point. I just want to make sure it's not like. Yeah, I want to try and make sure that we're not gonna spend the next 30 minutes doing dumb LC shit because I've seen more than a couple groups that just have a decent start to Prog and then all of a sudden the next like 2 hours are, hey, it's limit cut all over again. We've definitely not progged this before, so
Fair.
let's get back to it.
Is that exactly the center? Nice.
In. Good damage split. Very good. 1256 east, 1256 east. 1, 2, 3. Ah, it's my fault.
I kept running. No, that was your fault at all.
No, I agree to my sprint, but I shouldn't have.
That's too high.
Yeah, that. I thought I could position in a way that would let me flood the doll to get it down lower.
Oh, I forgot to assume myself. It looks like.
Yeah, that's typically why you Asuna yourself to begin with.
Yeah.
I think if we don't get to Brute Justice in the next couple pulls, I'll probably call it for the night. I think we have some good prog, and I just don't want to see it kind of devolve and leave a sour note in our mouth.
Fair.
Because I think there could just be some exhaustion kicking in right about now. damage split. Everything on liquid. Very nice. 1, 2, 5, 6 east. 1, 2, 5, 6 east. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one's in the center. Even was just a little too close there. Gumi, I think from what I'm assuming what happened was you got to the explosion, you got a little scared because you didn't want to run back into it, so you kind of stopped, and then Kasumi just assumed you were going to keep going, and there wasn't enough time to adjust from there.
So even if it looks like you're gonna get clipped by the explosion, basically once you start running clockwise, assuming that you're not gonna like run into the one instead where the like center one's going off, like don't run past where the next one is after the center one. But for like the 4 that are happening in a row that aren't the center ones, you can just keep running clockwise without stopping and you won't get hit by them.
Yeah,
unless you're like really close, like if you're running on like this line and you cut in super early, like maybe you might get clipped by one of them if you run really fast. But if you don't pop sprint and you just like keep running, you won't get clipped by them, and you can just like keep running and then stop once Cruise spawns behind you.
The safest thing that I've always seen work 100% of the time, when you know what number you are, and like let's say the explosion's on 2 and I know I'm 1, you hear 1, boom, run along this line, you see explosion 2 go off, and you just run right along the lights. And you don't have to stop except for the one time when the explosions go in the center.
Yep.
That's just the safest way I've always found to be able to do it.
And also, if you're 7 and 8, you can stop a little bit earlier. You don't have to run all the way through, so you can just like run past 2 explosions, or like 2.5 explosions and stop there, which can also... It looked like sometimes the person that had 7 might have been like getting kind of close to cleaving the other party, so that might help a little bit with that kind of thing too.
Auto it again, what an asshole. Really?
It's too high? Which one?
That had to... I refuse to believe that was too high. That looked like it was 20%.
The server ticks would like to disagree.
Bless server ticks. damage split.
Well,
I'm gonna let's get a feel for the room right now. Are people feeling a little exhausted right now? Do you think it would be beneficial to keep going, or do people feel like it?
I'm fine. I'm chilling.
I think I can go. I mean, we only have 10 minutes left, right? Okay, if you want to call it, we can.
Yeah, I feel like there's just some mental fatigue going on
Yeah.
right now. It feels like, yeah, I'm thinking the exact same thing. Because we had some good BJCC prog, and right now it's just Protean 2 and Limit Cut memes. So
Yeah, I know I memed it up. I didn't even stand on the right side of the Protean, one of the Protean 2 waves, so that was kind of depressing. I didn't even assume it myself. Yeah, no, I would be more than happy to just review the BJCC at this point.
yep. So let's back out. You know, I won't demand any more of your time, so thank you for filling in. I do appreciate it a lot.
No problem.
Yeah, seriously, thank you. It was fun.
If you need a tank sub again, I'll be more than happy to help you guys.
I think we may need one if we go into raid this next Saturday. I don't know if we will, though. I think a couple of people are going out for the holidays and whatnot, so
Just let me know.
yep, we'll do.
All right.
Thanks again.
See you guys later.
Thank you. Thank
Yep.
you.
Good luck.
Have a good one.
Ta-ta for now.
Alright, so it's not a full group, but we can still go into...
Undersized party, boy.
We can still do turn 4, so... So the big thing that I want to review, just making sure people go through the movements for first water and first lightning. And then all of the movements that are going to take place after that. So you have 1 to the north, 2 to the south, C and D for enumeration. And that's really all we need for Brute Justice Cruise Chaser. Okay, so for this, we're gonna pretend like we've already come back in. We've already done our lovely little swap. Everything is as it should be. So, no, Gumi, you're gonna be on the other side. We're back to normal tank now. So first pass goes off. Photon has already happened. Everyone's at 1 HP. Pass goes off. Now I'm tanking Brute Justice over here. Mel, in all his imaginary glory, is going to be taking Cruise Chaser over here. Water is going to be Fryn. And Unforgiven is Lightning. So So Gumi, you do not have lightning, so you're going to go south and stack with water. So in the diagram, it's not completely accurate, but every single individual, so the way that it's going to work is every single time, every single DPS will be in the water stack unless they start with lightning. If you start with lightning, you're going to be stacking up here with me when a 2-person stack. Otherwise, you will be in the water group. So if Kasumi had lightning, you, as soon as the water AoE goes off, then you move out. Then you move away. The drainage, if you're too close, will hit you, and you need to move back up here anyway for enumeration. So just immediately start moving your way back up here by slide casting. Yes, it is the same size as the tornado because you are basically just summoning a tornado.
It's bigger than you think it is.
Yeah, so you can't just like stand there, throw out a few more GCDs and slowly move. It's make sure that as soon as it goes off, you're already slowly like actually cruising your way over to where you need to go. After water goes off, that's when Miyu and Unforgiven are going to be baiting the mines to the southwest and southeast. Missile command goes up. Bow, 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 bow. Tanks are going to start rotating south. Sludge hits, mine hits. Boom, enumeration goes off. Everyone's looking good. Cool, fantastic. After enumeration goes off and the mines are soaked and ice is dropped, I will move to the west. I will move to the east. Mel will move to the west, and the healers will stay on relatively C and D, somewhere around there.
Oh, I thought I passed Thunder. Do you know?
Not yet. Slow down, because Nisi Pass 2 happens right after this.
Ah.
So now, I'm the lightning. And from the stack, where are you lost at right now, Gumi? Okay, so after the water soak, so you're here for the water soak. Alright, you're south for the water soak because you're not the lightning debuff. So you're right here. You are up here. I know I need to adjust the steps, don't worry. That is inaccurate. Yes. So you'll stand right here, more or less. With everyone else, you'll see the water splash go off, and then you start moving up to the north. You'll start moving up like this. Just moving between GCDs. Until you get up towards C. Then you just stand here. You make sure that enumeration goes off correctly. Boom. Yeah, ideally, yes, 5 people in the first 2 water splashes. It's livable with 3, but you need some mitigation for it. And quite frankly, I just really prefer having as much mitigation as possible, as much personal mitigation, meaning like people in it as possible. Alright, so enumeration has gone off. Mines have gone off. Everything's good. The ice tower is now frozen on 2. Mel's on A, over to the west. I'm over here. Fryn and Seer are going to stay relative static at C and D. Now it's time for pass 2. They're going to be passing to the same person you passed to for the first one.
Beep, 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 beep. Bam.
So Gumi, you will pass with Mel again. So you're going to go to A, or where A is right now. Yeah, don't run through people during this, because that's how you kill people with Nisi. So during the enumeration, I don't know if you saw it yourself, but the AoE size isn't terribly big. If you prefer, I would recommend you lean south of C. Kind of create like a triangle sort of thing, where Seer would be to the north, Gumi would be to the south, and then whoever's coming in is going to be on the east or west side of your relative letter. So if I was Unforgiven and I'm baiting the mines over here, I bait the first mine, I bait the second mine, and as I'm kind of running up with enumeration, I'm going to be like, I'm going to kind of stand right here. So that way Fryn will be relatively right about here, and then Kasumi will be relatively right about here. Obviously this arena is a lot larger, so it's a bit inaccurate, the whole movement. But enumeration would hit all three of us if I was right about here, so it's a bit cramped, but you can easily avoid overlapping Nisi like that. And that also enables more room for maneuvering if we have to swap Gumi and Kasumi. Anyway, so pass 2 goes off. We are now stacked with each other again. And then slowly, the healer that currently has water, Seer, is going to move up to 1. The range DPS are going to move to the east and west of Seer, and then Gumi and Kasumi are going to move southeast and southwest. Fryn is going to be here with me, and Mel is going to be all off on his lonesome. Lightning, water go off, splash, zap. Fryn now has electricity, and now the water debuff is going to go onto one of the 4 DPS. Realistically, it doesn't really matter which. For this example, let's just say Miyu gets it. Now the positioning from here is going to be Unforgiven and Gumi are going to be to the west. I'm going to slowly rotate Brute Justice up to the north. Miyu and Kasumi are going to be off to the east. Seer is going to be southwest, and Fryn is going to be southeast. All while Mel is going to continue to stand at A. This is when we get assigned our ending Nisi debuffs. This is when Verdict will go out and let us know exactly who's going to need what color. This could be the color that you currently have. It could not be the color that you currently have. It really does not matter. What matters is that you end with the debuff that you are expected to end with. If you watch any video or if you go watch a debuff. At step 12, the reason we scatter is so that way the people who need to take out shield can take out shield, and everyone else scatters around for movement purposes. So during step 12 is when Cruise Chaser begins casting Limit Cut and casts his shield. If that shield is not broken, it's a complete party wipe. Mel will die to the first auto attack, and then he'll cast Whirlwind, which does about 2 million damage or some odd number. Basically, it's you're not living, you're dying. so you have to break the shield. Yes, you have to stand in front. That is why we have 3 people over to the west, just in case all 3 are needed. My assumption is probably not, but I would rather be safe than sorry. We also position this way because by doing this, you'll notice that myself, Mel, Seer, and Fryn are all evenly spread out, and we're going to have a lot of room for the DPS to maneuver. That's so that way, it doesn't matter who gets what, there's still going to be plenty of space within the center to maneuver, there's going to be plenty of space on the outside to maneuver. There's going to just be enough area that you can go through so that way you don't need to worry about running into each other if you calculate your movements correctly. And step 13 is the third Nisi pass. This is where the DPS either pick up their needed debuff from the tanks and healers, or this is where the DPS will pass what debuff the tanks and healers need to them. This part is going to require either not too much thought from the DPS, because first off, you won't have a debuff, so you can just kind of run on through to wherever you need to go, or it may require some decent amount of thought because you need to understand what debuff you currently have and which tank or healer needs that debuff. I have seen Cactbot call it out. I've also seen that Cactbot has called it out wrong, but that was also about a year ago when I was first progging this fight. It's very likely that Cactbot has probably changed that since now, and it now is actually functional. If you simply cannot recognize who needs what debuff in a timely manner, then trigonometry, installing ACT triggers, or Cactbot, all 3 of them will, when set up, enable you to know who you need to pass to or who you need to grab the debuff from. I don't recommend it because personally I think it robs you of the experience of actually improving as a player.
Yeah.
But I understand that my opinion is an uncommon one. So pass 3 happens, it really doesn't matter where the DPS go at this point, because there's not really a way to just pretend movement. So we've all passed. After the third pass, the DPS are going to go right up here, relatively between C and D, somewhere in the northern center-ish area of the arena. In this instance, Fryn, you will be moving to the southwest. Seer and I will be moving behind the ice block on 2.
And Mel will be standing with me, right?
And Mel will be roughly right about here. Don't stack with him, you'll die. Slowly, Mel and I are going to be moving Brute Justice and Cruise Chaser. Cruise Chaser is going to be hiding behind the ice block. Brute Justice is going to be just wherever the hell he wants to be, it doesn't matter. So the reason why in this case is because Fryn has to. He has to pass the lightning debuff onto Mel. Or I guess he could pass it on to whoever, but the way we're doing it, he's going to be passing to Mel. Just to avoid clipping anybody else with the lightning debuff. Yes, the lightning debuff healer will hug Mel. In this instance, it is Fryn. If If it was you, then you would just move to right over there instead. And then water lightning go off, splash crash. The order is always going to be the same for the tanks and healers. And we're going to position first. Mel is going to position here. Seer is going to position behind him. Fryn is going to position third, and then I am going to be last. After the final water explosion goes off, DPS all run away from the tornado, and then you slowly begin to position yourself on top of the tanker healer who has your debuff or that you need to pass your debuff to. So in this case, DPS stack with whoever you want. Cruise Chaser casts Propeller Blade, which should hit nobody, because he's going to be hiding on the other side of the ice block. You will continue stacking with everybody. You continue stacking with your partner until Gavel completely finishes and the Nisi debuff goes away. It doesn't happen immediately. Gavel will finish, the Pillars of Light will come down, find out that yes, everyone has the correct debuff and we're good to go, and then Nisi's will vanish. I have seen Gavel finish its cast, the light pillars come down, and people run into each other and just fucking kill each other.
Oh,
so
that has to feel bad.
Wait until your Nisi has completely vanished before you start running over people. Practice your social distancing, please. Alright, Nisis have gone away. Everybody can move freely now. Mel and I are going to be over here. The rest of the party is going to be on 2, except for Unforgiven, who's going to run way the fuck on the opposite side of the arena. Basically to right over there at B. So now we are on step 16. Cruise Chaser will cast Photon again. This is going to be targeted specifically at the tanks. And then afterwards, Brute Justice is going to start casting Double Rocket Punch, which is a shared tank buster. So Mel and I need to be healed pretty substantially. And we're going to be cooldowning through Double Rocket Punch. After Double Rocket Punch goes off, he will begin casting Super Jump, which is baited on the furthest player away. He'll fly away, boom, hit Unforgiven, and immediately turn around, and on the furthest player away, he'll begin casting Apocalypse Ray. Don't step in the ray or you die. Then, if we see it, Cruise Chaser will cast a couple Whirlwinds back to back as Brute Justice makes his way back over. And then, after those 2 Whirlwinds, if we still haven't killed them, they'll begin casting their Hardened Rages of... Brute Justice will cast Gavel again. And Cruise Chaser will begin casting Eternal Darkness. Realistically speaking, they'll probably die before then, especially because we'll be doing a lot more 2-target damage than I've seen most groups do. One important thing to note about this section is if one of them dies before the other, they will immediately begin casting their Hardened Rage. The only time that ideally we want to put more damage onto Brute Justice as a result, because Brute Justice, from the moment he begins casting Super Jump until he finishes his entire APOC Ray duration, he will not drop below 0.1% HP. However, as soon as he finishes with his APOC Ray, he will immediately vanish, and then you have to make sure the Cruise Chaser is gonna die as well. And that's really all there is to Brute Justice Cruise Chaser. we've seen a majority of what makes this fight difficult. From here, it's just going to be making sure that we can prog enumeration and minds well. And then after that, it's going to be limit cut prog, but the shield limit cut prog this time. And if we can get past the shield consistently, I would say we have a pretty good shot at seeing Alex Prime possibly next week.
Ooh,
Maybe.
that's exciting.
But again, we need to get consistent at limit cut every single pull. We need to make sure that we're going into Brute Justice with an understanding of how we're going to be doing our movements, making sure to prioritize movement over DPS at least for a while, and then making sure we're building that consistency in who we move to and when we do that movement. I did like what I saw. From our actual Prog and Brute Justice Cruciacer, but especially towards the end, we were having a lot of limit cut mistakes. And what Miyu is saying is 100% true. At this point, limit cut really should not be our concern. I understand that tonight we had some difficulties because of sub-tanking, obviously. And going from Warrior to Dark Knight is a pretty substantial shift in when to do healing skills and whatnot. But that shouldn't impact our limit cut whatsoever. We need to make sure that if you aren't practicing and using the simulator to become as 100% consistent with your movement as you need to be, that is something you should 100% be doing as of yesterday. We cannot be making dumb limit cut mistakes for an hour every single night. If we do that, we might as well just not even raid on Thursday at this point. So make sure that we're getting limit cut 100% consistent. For the most part, it was going well today, but then the last, I want to say about hour or so, just kind of put a bad taste in my mouth, especially since it was just run after run of just silly mistakes. Build that consistency, build that muscle memory, and we will see deep Brute Justice Cruciacer Prog next week, 100%. So everyone's homework, just make sure that you're completely consistent on that. Have a familiarity with the movement that you will be doing for Brute Justice Cruciacer. And really above all, just have fun. Right? I understand that raiding can be stressful. I understand that I'm kind of sounding like an asshole right now, but this game is supposed to be fun. So make sure you're not burning yourself out. If you need any help understanding any of the movements, any of the mechanics of the fight, whether it's still anything you have questions on during Live in Liquid, Limit Cut, or anything in Brute Justice Cruciacer, I may not be around immediately to answer your questions, but I will always answer any questions you have. So that's all I have. I will see you guys on Thursday. Have a good weekend. Enjoy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the break and all that. Hopefully, enjoy not having to work or go to school for a couple days as well.
I hope same to you, my guy, and same to everybody. Let's get some rest.
All right, I will see you all on Thursday. Enjoy.
Bye bye. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Fucking Rona, holy shit. That was pretty solid for the most part, I guess. are we doing? Log out. True. Well, till Thursday. Till a motherfucking Thursday.